This is the soprano learning video for number 32, Sing the Lord Ye Voices All. I'm going to be doing a few videos on each of these. One is a learning video and another is a rehearsal video. The learning video is going to be slower, more involved. We'll talk about what's going on technically, and then the rehearsal video is just a straight run that you can work with to get yourself up to speed. But for right now, let's look at this number 32, Sing the Lord Ye Voices All. This edition is written in both German and English performing texts, and the English is of course smaller and italicized words, so you'll follow the smaller notes wherever there is two notes for the same beat. Large note is German, smaller note is English. First example we find is in measure 2. Measure 2 can sound either like this on the large notes for the German, or for the English. So of course you'll be singing the second. A few interesting things about this piece. Let's just dig right in right now and we'll discuss them as we find them. Alright? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Sing the Lord ye voices all, utter, utter thanks ye all his works, celebrate his power and glory, let his name resound on high. Off. Okay, that's the next interesting thing. You have an appoggiatura on the word resound, or on the sound of resound. We're just going to make those 4/16ths. So, let his name resound on high, and then you'll hold the word high for 6 whole beats, because again it's tied to a small half note. So once again, from measure 5 at the bottom of page 158. 3 and 4. Celebrate his power and glory. Let his name resound on high. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, off. Okay? The altos on page 159, measure 10, have the first statement of the fugue subject. Sing that a little bit differently and modulate it up a fourth. Let's just learn that. Here we go. 3 and 4 and 1. The Lord is great, his praise shall last forever. Now, we have melismas coming up. A melisma, if you're not familiar with the term, is one vowel that uses many notes, or eighths or sixteenths, to express whatever emotion the composer felt was necessary at the time. Oftentimes it expresses joy. Or rather, that's a mistake I always make on this piece. The amen is... So don't get trapped in that. It's not that, it's... Okay, so this is 2 sets of running notes. Let's learn the first. Ah. Next one. Ah. Just those 2. Ah. Next one. Ah. Put those 3 together. Ah. Okay, now we have a couple of sets of lower neighbors. The Lord is great. Let's put that all together. Just from measure 14, the amen. 3 and 4 and 1. Now let's put all of it together from the top of 159. Your first statement of the fugue subject is 3 and 4 and 1. The Lord is great, His praise shall last for a amen. The Lord is great. Just a note for these learning videos, I'm not dictating where you breathe. I may be breathing in odd places because I'm taking things slower or more deliberately. We'll get into that later. But for right now, let's not worry about the breathing patterns. Let's just learn the pitches and the expressions and the words. Going on. His praise shall last for a... Now, the good thing is what you've just learned now appears later in the piece in exact replication. You have a restatement of this exact same set of measures at 48, 49, 50, 51, and 52. So, starting at measure 14, let's do the whole melisma again on Amen. 3 and 4 and His praise shall last for a... Now, what I would do is I would put a little couple of eyes or a big arrow or something indicating to me that there's a very important page turn. Page 160 has at the very top 3 and 4 and 1. Amen. Amen. Not too bad, but if you're not prepared for it, it's going to jump out at you. 3 and 4 and 1. Amen. Amen. 3, 4, 1. The Lord is great. His praise shall last for a... Let's learn just that bit again. Top of page 160, last measure. The Lord is great. His praise shall last for a... Now it gets a little bit more interesting. Again, on the of Amen. 3, 4, 1. Now that carrying on. Amen. Again. The whole Amen from measure 23, beat 2. 3, 4, 1. Amen. Once again, from the top of page 160, the whole statement of the fugue subject. 3 and 4 and 1. The Lord is great. His praise shall last for a... Amen. Alright, going on, you have a couple of sets of 16th notes. This can be simplified quite easily to just four descending notes and modulate it up. And you'll say, well, Joe, there's more notes than that printed, but yes, he does have more notes than that. I've circled the key notes here. And what he's done is he's just given upper neighbors to those descending notes to make them more interesting, or whatever he had a reason for doing that for, to express an emotion. Has some upper neighbors. But the essence of this is Amen. And if you get that in your head, you think, oh, the rest of it is just decorative, and it is meant to express an emotion. Amen. Once again, from pick up to B. Amen. Pardon my playing. Once again, at B. Amen. So let's do the whole page from the statement of the fugue subject. Top of page 60, 160, last measure. 3 and 4 and 1. The Lord is great, His praise shall last for Amen. 4, 1, 2, 3, Amen. So he's like putting a musical period at the end of that sentence. Going on, we have another statement, kind of a fragmented statement of the fugue subject, and measure 29, top of 161. The Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. Once again, the Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. Now he develops that a little bit further. They shall last forever. They shall last forever. Let's put that all together. Top of page 161, measure 29. 3 and 4 and 1. The Lord is great. The Lord is great. His praise shall last forever. Shall last forever. Now the next melisma can be seen as 3 descending patterns. So again, his emphasis is on the descending pattern with a few upper neighbors to decorate the descending pattern. Once again, those 3 patterns are... Sing that with me, just on ah. Amen. Now we're going to throw in the decorative notes. Amen. Once again. Sorry. Measure 32. 3 and 4 and 1. Amen. Then you just have the statement of the fugue subject again. The Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. Then we have the soloist come in. So let's look at page 161. This is measure 29, the middle of the top of page 161. 3 and 4 and 1. The Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. Shall last forever. Amen. The Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. Solo section. Tutti is a letter D on page 62, 162, measure 41. Here we go at letter D. 1 and 2 and 3. The Lord is great, His praise shall last for... last forever. Shall last forever. One more time at letter D. 1 and 2 and 3. The Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. Shall last forever. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Subject again. The Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. Okay, now you're going to remember that you had learned this next section back at 14, 15, 16, and 17. But for right now, let's look at measure, top of page 163, measure 46. The Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. again. 3 and 4 and 1. The Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. Now what I want you to do is take your pencil and above 46%, measure 48, mark measure 14, then 49, add 15, 50, add 16. So it looks like this. This is measure 46, 47, 48. So put measure 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 with a little cutoff there. And you'll notice that you are just repeating what you learned earlier. That's an exact recapitulation. So we're going to start once again right here, measure 46 on page 163. And you'll recall the sound. Recall learning what we learned earlier. 3 and 4 and 1. The Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. Now we repeat what we learned earlier. Amen. The Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. 2, 1, 2, 1. Amen. Amen. That's an exact replication of what we sang earlier. Now we're just finishing it off. Amen. 2, 3, 4, 1. Amen. The Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. So you're getting a feeling of how Mr. Haydn works. I should say Herr Haydn. He does descending lines in this, and he just decorates the descending line. Once again, top of page 164, measure 56. 3 and 4 and 1. And the Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. Sorry, I got a little confused there. One more time, 56. 3 and 4 and 1. Amen. The Lord is great, His praise shall last forever. 4, 1. Amen. Letter F again. Sorry. Amen. Last time. Amen. The next part is solo. And you go back and forth between the solos. Top of page 165. Sing the Lord. Utter thanks. Then solo, solo, solo. You finish off with letter G. The Lord is great. The Lord is great. 4, 1. His praise shall last. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, His praise. His praise shall last. 4, 2, 3. Sing the Lord. 2, 3. Utter thanks. 2, 3. The Lord is great. His praise shall last forever. 4. Amen. Amen. Sorry this was so disjointed, but we'll have a run through the next time we deal with this. Thanks.